Y'all, we're making two fast and easy meals that are kind of like pizza. Come on. All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're testing two viral recipes from Instagram that are both kind of pizza related. Pizza adjacent, I guess you could say. The first of those is a viral recipe from KetoSnackz, and this is for his stuffed crust pizza. Goes fast and easy. And the second one is from an Instagram page called BoredOfLunch, and this is for his pizza Toastie. And if you've ever been to England or particularly to London, you'll know what a toasty is. I discovered it a few years ago, and this is a pizza version of their beloved little toasted sandwich. So today we're going to tackle both of those recipes, so let's get started right now. All right, so let's get started on this first recipe. Again, this is by KetoSnackz, and this is his stuffed crust pizza. And this is using, both of these recipes use some convenience food, so I guess you could say these are dirty keto. These are low-carb keto tortillas. Just use your favorite brand. These have about 2 net carbs each, and these are toasted. I just threw them in while the oven was preheating to 400 degrees. We put these in, let them get a little toasty, and we're going to add to this. He uses cream cheese on this bottom layer, but so many people in the comments said you can use cream cheese, but you can also use ricotta cheese, and that tastes a little less fattening, I guess you could say, and there's not a whole lot more carbs in the ricotta if you do your homework on the brand. So just spread this ricotta cheese out on the bottom of this tortilla, and again, use your favorite brand. I like the Mission Carb Balance keto tortillas, and if you're strict keto, maybe you'll make your own keto tortilla, but for those of us that are dirty keto or just eating low carb, these seem to work for us. This is also a flour tortilla. So once you've gotten this, you don't want to put too much on there. You might even want to throw a little Italian seasoning on that. So once you've got that, I'm going to go ahead and move it over to my parchment lined baking sheet. Again, the oven is preheating to 400 and is actually already ready for us. To this, we're going to add a little bit of cooked sausage that I've already pre-cooked and browned. And honestly, anything could go here. If you want to just make it veggie, you could do it. With some bell pepper, maybe some onion, but not too much. And there's our stuffed crust, because our other little tortilla is going to sit right on top, and we're going to top it with your favorite low-carb, sugar-free pizza sauce, pasta sauce. This is the Rayo's. If you don't like Rayo's or can't find Rayo's, you can also use, I like Silver Palette. If you can find it, it is also a good sugar-free alternative, and it's not nearly as expensive as the Rayo's has gotten as of late. So, and as you can tell by my voice, I have not had a speaking voice for about a week now, because like everybody else, it seems, in the United States, I have had this little bug that has gone around. So hopefully my voice holds out for us today. So to this, we're going to add in a little bit of shredded cheese. I'm going to put mozzarella on mine. Use whatever you like. And we're going to add in some pepperoni too. So nothing ground shaking here, nothing earth shattering, but I figured this might be nice. Actually, I'm going to put a little bit of Parmesan cheese as well, just to get a little salty flavor on there. And throw on our pepperonis, and then this is going to go in the oven just like it is for about 10 to 20 minutes. He said it would depend on how much you toasted your tortillas before you assembled this thing. So I toasted mine pretty well. So I'm going to put these in for, I'll check it at 10 and we'll see where we go from there. But this is going in the oven. So as fast as that was, I mean, come on, it's pretty easy. I told you this would be fast, easy, and this would be something that would be great for a weekend lunch or a weekend weeknight meal. So, all right, this will be in. I'll be right back and we'll taste this. Be right back. Okay, so we're waiting on our stuffed crust pizza to come out of the oven, and both of these little pizza lunches are fast and easy and would pair well with just a simple green salad, maybe with some lemon juice and some olive oil. And that leads me into today's sponsor, one I'm very proud of, Graza Olive Oil. This is a sponsorship that I have wanted for a long time because I've been a fan of the product for a long time, and we finally were able to work something out for you guys. Graza is a producer of very high quality olive oil at an affordable everyday price. What makes Graza special is that they produce all of their olive oils from a single source. These are from one particular type of olive from one place in Spain. These oils are never blended. They're always fresh. In fact, every single bottle has the bottle date right on it on the package. And they are shipped in these fancy little squeeze bottles that, while it looks cool, they really do serve a purpose. It makes you feel very chefy the way that it comes out of the bottle. But it also prevents light from hitting the olive oil, which is the #1 cause of degradation of olive oil. So it's always protected from that. Once you run out of your oil, you can order from from their website or go to Whole Foods, get one of their refill cans, and then you can just refill your bottle right at home. So they produce two types of oil. One is called drizzle and one is called sizzle. And while these both come from the same type of olive, it matters when they are produced in harvest. The drizzle comes from the younger part of the harvest. This is when the oil is very bright and pungent and has the most antioxidants and also the most flavor. This should never be heated. You should not heat the drizzle. This is just meant for topping like a salad dressing like we've done here, or drizzling on top of fish or even ice cream. It's fantastic on vanilla ice cream. The sizzle is their regular. This is done in the middle part of the harvest. This is when the olive oil is more mellow, has a higher smoking point. I think it's like 411 degrees. And this is used on the grill. This is used in a pan. This is used to cook. So you'll want to make sure that you've got one of each, the drizzle and the sizzle. So right now you can use the QR code that's here on the screen, or you can go to their website at graza.co and use my code LOWCARB10 to get 10% off of your first order of the duo, the drizzle and the sizzle for you to try. You'll find out why I and so many other chefs and other olive oil connoisseurs love this product. It really is fantastic. So thank you, Graza, for sponsoring this. It's sponsorships like yours that keep channels like mine on the air, and for that I am truly appreciative. All right, I think I hear our pizza coming out of the oven now, so let's give that a taste. Be right back. Okay, so as you can see, that looks pretty great, guys. It came out of the oven. It was in there about 20 minutes. I've only let it cool for about maybe 4 or 5 minutes, so it's still warm. Let me get this pan off of here because it's hot. So let's cut this. We'll see how we did. I don't want to scoot all my insides out, so it looks pretty good. Oh yeah, it cuts easily. And from here, I just want to get a quick picture for my thumbnail. Wow. Oh yeah, that looks good. Let's put it on a pretty plate. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, that looks great. All right, so how does it taste? That's the question. And does it taste like a stuffed crust? Is it too hot for me to eat? Probably, but you know that don't ever slow me down. Look at that. Yeah, look at that crust in the middle. Oh, wow. Okay. Say a little prayer. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Y'all, it's fantastic. I do think that the stuffed crust portion of it gives you a little bit more to think about than if it were just on a standard tortilla. It doesn't just taste like a tortilla with pasta sauce. It doesn't. Okay. So good. All day long, any day. I think it's one of the better pizzas I have made here on the channel, with the caveat that, of course, it is made with a convenience product that does have wheat in it. So it's definitely dirty keto. It'll depend strongly on the types of ingredients and brands that you use, but I think for me, I worked it out. This was about 7 net carbs for the entire pizza. It's 2 net carbs for each of the tortillas, plus what little bit was in the ricotta cheese. I do think the ricotta cheese was probably the better bet. Cream cheese I'm sure would be great, but ricotta sort of still has a little bit of that Italian feel to it without just being thick cream cheese. But if you've made this before and you've made it with the cream cheese, let me know down in the comments below. All right, so let's get started on our next recipe, the toasty. All right, let me clean up. I'll meet you right back here. All right, so let's get started on this second recipe. Again, this is by BoredOfLunch. I'll leave a link to their Instagram post down below. I think this video has like 18 million views. It's very popular. And this is for their pizza Toastie. And I discovered what a Toastie was on my first trip to London, and I kind of forgotten about it. It's not something we talk about much. We don't use the word toasty, as cute as it is here in the United States, but it's just a toasted sandwich. Maybe a grilled cheese is the closest we have to it. But anyway, this is their pizza version of that. And I got to tell you, it is rare that I eat. I've been doing this for 8 years. It is rare that I finish what I've just tasted, you know, like when I'm doing a taste test, but I finished that, not the whole pizza, but I finished that piece of pizza from that stuffed crust. That thing was good, y'all. So this is the same thing, really. It's just using keto bread. And I use whatever brand you like. This is the Kroger Select Market Select, what's it called? Signature Select by Kroger. I like their keto bread. It's 2 net carbs per slice, 30 calories per slice, but use whatever brand you like. Again, this is a convenience food. This is definitely dirty keto or just low carb. So bear in mind with that. We're going to use again more of our sauce. This is the Rayo's again, and add a little bit of the mozzarella cheese. You could definitely use probably some of that sausage that I already had cooked. That would be totally fine. But he just uses pepperoni, so I'm going to do that. This goes into an air fryer for about 7 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius, which is about 356, 355 here. So that's what I'm going to do. And you're going to do the same thing, just make a second layer. If your air fryer is rambunctious, people in the comments said, what do I do? My toppings and my cheese is blowing off my sandwich in the air fryer. He said you can tint it with a little bit of foil to the beginning until it starts to melt, or also put a toothpick in it so that it holds together in the wind of the air fryer. I don't know how mine's going to hold up. If it blows apart, I'll stop and redo it. But I think it'll be okay in mine. A little bit more cheese. I'm going to put a little bit of Parmesan just because I like the flavor of the saltiness, and a few more of these pepperonis. And this is also going to be about the same. This is probably going to be about 6 net carbs for the whole shebang, because this is doesn't have the ricotta cheese in it. So I'm going to put a little bit of oil on the bottom of my thing. That's the Graza oil, and I just put it in a little sprayer for my air fryer. And that's all you got to do. And this is going to go in. I'm going to try 7 minutes. Make sure it doesn't blow around, and we'll meet back here in 7 minutes. I'll tell you what I think about the pizza toasty, right? See you in just a bit. All right, so our toasty is done. And yes, 2 of my pepperonis did fly off of the sandwich while I checked it about halfway through. I just picked them right off of the bottom of the basket, put them right back on. They attached to the melted cheese and didn't have any problems. So let's see how this goes. I want to give it a quick cut. Oh yeah, sounds good. Sounds real good. Now I'll need to get a picture of this too. Look how cute. Toasty. Why is that such a cute little word? Hold on, let me snap a photo or two. Okay, so this is going to be hot, but again, that doesn't slow me down. And it's literally just a little toasted sandwich, a little toasted cheese sandwich, y'all, with pizza stuff on the inside. Super cute. Good. Real good. Just as good. The air fryer keeps it still fluffy. The keto bread is nice and soft and fluffy. It feels like a grilled cheese sandwich dipped in marinara sauce, sort of reminiscent of a grilled cheese and tomato soup. Super tasty, easy, fast. Almost took 7 minutes. Most of the stuff is already ready to go. Again, with a little salad or something. This is a fantastic lunch. Kids would love it. Okay. All right, guys, so both of these were fantastic. I was most impressed with the first one just because it was very hearty, very full. I guess the sausage made it feel that way. Crunchy, crispy. The creaminess of the ricotta was superb. The second one was very good too, the toasty. It makes me think a little bit of like bagel bites or pizza bites, or like a pizza baguette. Very soft, warm. I see where the kids would love it, adults would love it, and I see why toasties are so good. I don't know why they've never caught on, I guess you could say, over here in America, but it's just a toasted sandwich with lots of fun stuff, and I think it's pretty good. This is a great option, especially on a especially on a cool day with some soup maybe. That is fantastic. So thank you guys for joining me. I say it every time, these videos are a way for me to maintain my low carb way of eating, and looking in the end of that camera as often as I can helps keep me honest. So I appreciate that you guys have come along for the journey. Be sure you hit the subscribe button down below and the like button. It lets people know that this video is something they can share with other people who might like similar content. It's the easiest thing you can do, and it doesn't cost you a dime. Be sure to follow me over on Facebook and on Instagram. It's just Highfalutin Low Carb over there. I talk a little more frequently and a little more freely, show you what I'm doing during the day, what I'm eating during the week, if you want to follow me over there for some fun times. I need to say thank you again to the sponsor of this video, Graza. Be sure to use the link in the video description or go to graza.co and use code LOWCARB10, or use the QR code on the screen to get 10% off of your first order of my favorite olive oil. And again, thank you to my rock stars. Without them, none of this would be possible. You see their names probably already starting to scroll over here, I believe it is. They are truly the lifeblood of the channel. If you don't know what Patreon is, think of it as the tip jar for the internet. It lets people like you who enjoy what people like me do here on YouTube and give $1 or $2 a month just to sort of keep the train on the track. So thank you to each of them, and you can see your name here if you go over to patreon.com/Highfalutin Low Carb. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next video. And remember, today is a great day to have a great day. Bye-bye.